Hello, Avitalis here, health and fitness coach. If you're watching live, please comment live. If you're watching replay, please comment replay. It's been a while since I was in here live, I realize, and apologize for that. It's because it's summer, when it's summer, it's so hard for me, and I know that for some other people as well, to stay indoors and make videos when the weather is so nice, when it's so warm most of the time. Even if it's raining, it's still very comfortable and warm, and it's light most of the day, right? It's getting dark very late still now. So I find myself outdoors most of the time. If I'm not working, I'm outdoors. And what do I do outdoors? I'm not hanging out in my hammock, although sometimes I do as well. But most of the time when I'm outdoors, I'm doing LISS. And this is the topic of our short live video today. So some of you know already, of course, what LISS is, and some of you might not know and think, what is LISS? So I'm going to talk about it in details now. LISS is a low intensity steady state exercise. It's an opposite of high intensity interval training that we talked before. So while high intensity interval training requires certain level of fitness, and it's when we work our heart at higher capacity, like 85% of our heart capacity we work, and we do very intense exercise such as jumping jacks or burpees, for example. For short periods of time we rest a bit and we do it all over again. We can be done in just 15 minutes, but it's very intense, and we cannot do it every single day. It's not healthy to do it every single day because it's hard on the joints and hard on our heart. So that's why we're only supposed to do it 2-3 times a week. And to the opposite of high intensity interval training, LISS is what we are going to talk about now. It's a low intensity, so can be done every single day. And the example of LISS is walking, jogging, running, swimming, and cycling. It can be done every single day, but it has to be done for at least 45 minutes or 60 minutes a day for it to be effective. So we do high intensity interval training to burn fat and to keep our heart healthy. We do LISS for the same reason. The LISS helps to burn fat as well, but it has to be done for longer periods of time. And the LISS, it's also aerobic activity, so it also will keep our heart healthy. So let's talk about some benefits of LISS. It's effective in burning calories, as I mentioned before, and in keeping the heart healthy by improving the blood flow. So it keeps the heart healthy by improving the blood flow. It lowers the risk of heart disease. It's appropriate for all levels, even for beginners. Now, not only it helps to burn fat if you do it enough, like 45-60 minutes, but it also helps to distribute health. So for example, like women over 40, we tend to gain weight around the belly or on our thighs, and not everybody likes it, like to have a pouch, and stuff like that. But if you walk daily for periods of time, at least 45 minutes or 60 minutes a day, there is a good chance that you will get rid of that unwanted fat on your belly and on your thighs. It's easy to recover from walking. It doesn't require as much recovery time as, for example, if we lift weights. I'm not saying that we shouldn't lift weights and just should walk. No, this is just an addition. This is an addition. We're all supposed to lift weights to preserve the muscle. We talked about that before, and to keep our bones healthy. So that's not negotiable. We have to do it 2-3 times a week, the weight training. But we have to walk every single day for different reasons. It also burns fat, but it also for our cardiovascular system. So it's absolutely necessary. It's great for endurance. So if you want to have more energy and to have better endurance, so you can go hiking or whatever other tasks you might have, start from walking. What if you're a beginner? never walked before, or you can start from less long walk, like half an hour a day, maybe 3 times a week, and gradually increase. Does walking have drawbacks? The only drawback is that it requires some time, like 45-60 minutes a day to be effective. But the good news is you don't have to do it all 60 minutes on the row. You can break it into 2-3 times a day for shorter walks whenever you have time. And nowadays in the summer, it's so nice outside until late in the evening. You can walk after dinner. You can walk before work. You can walk on your lunch break. And so if you start with just 3 times a week for half an hour, if you've never done that before, and start to increase, like second week, you can already do 60 minutes every single day, hopefully. So we aim for 10,000 steps daily, as you know. And if you are my client, you know that. I say we have to do 10,000 steps daily. So how do you watch your steps? First of all, if you have smartwatch, then it's easy. It tells you how many steps you did. If you don't have smartwatch, that's all right. There's many free apps that you can put on your phone, and just take your phone with you on a walk, and it will tell you how many steps you did. Why 10,000 steps? This is the minimum for improving the health. And how does it help to improve the health? It reduces risk of death. Unfortunately, we all will die one day. And of course, we all die from something. And something is disease, most likely chronic disease. So walking 10,000 steps a day reduces the risk of chronic disease such as dementia, cancer, type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure, and many others. So it's very worth the time. People sometimes tell me, okay, I don't have time. I have to do this and this and that. Okay, this and that might be important, but not too important, because there's nothing more important than our health, preventing risk of disease and risk of death, right? If we're dead, then we don't need anything else already. To agree with me. So keep yourself healthy. It's so simple. Just keep walking. Do your 10,000 steps a day, especially now in the summer. There's no excuses when the weather is good. There's almost no rain, or even if it's raining, it's still warm. So take your umbrella and go for a walk. Of course, do your resistance training 2-3 times a week. On the days when you do resistance training, you can walk a little less because you will be tired maybe from resistance training. If you're cycling, on the days when you cycle, you can walk less, because cycling is also cardiovascular exercise, so that can replace some walking as well. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer your questions. Thank you so much for listening. I have to go now out for my walk. So I'm going to finish by that, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.